So who's that?
That's baby Louise.
Where's this at? Is this at home?
It's on the farm where Beta Gophers live now. There she is in the crib. Self-explanatory.
What's she doing? No. I can't fast forward it.
You can too, can't you?
Is this all the same day?
I couldn't tell you that. Probably not. I don't know. You were moving other stuff fast.
I can skim over it, but I can't record it fast.
Okay.
So how old is she? What day was this? What did you eat for breakfast that day?
Now you're sounding like Rob Harrington.
Oh.
Can you hear that, Rob? You're always asking your kids good questions.
So that's still Louise?
That's still the reason it's out on in the yard.
Who's that?
That's our cat. Looks like she's waving.
What do you think she was saying?
Let me go back inside. And that's John, and he's smiling. Now he's feeding her, and for him to smile, we thought that was pretty good. Pretty good.
So did you have to make baby food? Probably didn't buy baby food back then, did you?
It was dry, and we just added milk.
Oh, okay.
Or water. And that's Martha. And that's out on the farm where we lived. Till Tom was about 3, and then we moved to town. Martha died when she was about 47, I think. 48.
Yeah.
She was a librarian and taught English in Cameroons. And that's Marianne coming from work with John. And Marianne takes the baby. They're sisters.
They look alike, yeah. This is at your house or
This is
Fred's house?
The house up on the farm down on the road from Fred's house.
Where the yard of those other kids were playing in that other video.
Mm-hmm.
Bovines.
And this is out on the other side of the house. And it was a gravel road for a long time. So we got the dust. And this is where the Millers lived, across the street, the road.
Is that still Louise?
I think so.
Is it the same cat? The cat got bigger.
Mm-hmm. She didn't like the sun or the diapers.
And you're videotaping all this?
There's Mom right there.
Oh, you're not
I put it on the post,
Ah.
on the pump post.
So it's your first baby.
And
Aren't you so proud of your first baby?
Well, I'm not in very many pictures,
Yeah.
so there I had to get up close to shut it off, see. My dried up flowers. And this is Aunt Mary and Grandma Maud. And they're
That's a
proud of
Mary
their first granddaughter.
And who's Aunt Mary?
That's
Her
Aunt
sister.
Mary, her sister,
Montgomery.
Okay.
and she worked in the courthouse, and when she got so old she couldn't take care of herself, I got the job of taking her to Good Sam, and she was so angry at me. But I picked her up from her getting her hair done. She needed a ride, and she thought I'd take her back home, and I didn't. I took her to Good Sam.
Oh.
And I sat there and waited for the nurses to come help her go in. And I did that for Lucia too. I don't know why I got that job, but
Did she live in West Union?
she lived in West Union, and then Martha lived there after she got sick, and then when she couldn't take care of herself, she came and lived with us till she died.
Why is the crib outside?
She gets sunshine, and I probably was working and out there or something, I don't know. And
But like at nighttime, you take her inside?
I think so.
You think so?
There's the pump, the famous pump.
And she eats the tulips or something, doesn't she?
In a little bit, yeah.
Her hair looks light. I mean, I thought that was EJ.
She,
There, she's eating the tulip.
Yum.
Did you cut her bangs?
I don't know that I did.
They
think-
look like they're...
Did you feed all of your kids flowers?
No.
No.
And I never took that many minutes of any other kids. And less and less of EJ and less of Tom.
So did you get this video camera about the same time? Was this new? I mean,
I was
the
trying to
kids
think if
video?
I had it at Arlington or not. I don't think I did take many pictures of it. I must not have.
was there anything to take a picture of? Oh,
This is in the house where we lived. And it didn't have carpet on, so that was nice. I made that Afghan. She liked the colors. And you all used that crib.
You still had the crib for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got kind of wobbly and not too safe.
What is she wearing?
Just some long pants so she could crawl around. Now this is Fred, and Louise is getting a ride.
uh-huh. It's just on the road, like driving by.
Going up toward their house, yeah.
Now she's walking. Pretty bright, Mom. It's bright.
The lights were 4 huge floodlights. It was just awful.
Oh, on the camera.
Yeah.
Well,
it
she
was
attached-
separate.
Yeah.
Scratch.
There's John and Snoopy.
Is this just Sunday clothes, or was this something special?
And that's Mom. And this is Vernell's son.
Oh,
And
Minnesota Vanille? Yeah.
And Vernell, and they're all there. There's Vernell and Mom and their son.
You say,
and
Mom,
Eric?
this is Opal. Right?
Opal Mom. Yeah, Grandma.
His name was Eric, yes.
I thought so.
And that was Mert. I was in their wedding. And I was at their funerals, both their funerals.
They were from
They
knew
lived
from-
in Cedar Rapids,
but you
and
knew
he
them
worked there
from-
as a newspaper for years, and then they moved back to Decorah.
I wonder if Eric's ever seen this.
No. And Julie is there too. She's the baby, and she's a doctor in Oregon. And Vernell went to live with her, and that's where she died there. I think this might be you, Jane.
Great.
And your hair wasn't blonde when you first. It turned a little bit. It wasn't.
Over there, Louise's is turned too. It's a lot darker than it was.
It's bright, Mom. It's bright.
I know. And why everybody sneezes, I don't know, but that was,
With the light or something.
Lighter.
I don't know.
Why? Nope.
She didn't want to do something. I'm not sure what that was.
Got a big head, didn't he?
That's John?
That's John.
Looks different.
Yeah, well, he was real heavy.
Big. He's a big guy.
When he started losing weight, we went to the doctor and then he had diabetes. So it was soon after you two were born that we discovered it.
That soon? I thought it was much later.
He was pretty young to
I
have
thought it was... Huh.
He started losing weight. And we were ready for Easter Sunday, probably.
So is Dad holding the camera then, or?
It could be on the pump.
Oh, yeah.
It's moving.
That's Carol at Bishop's house. Now we're back at the house where we lived on the farm.
Is that Dad? Yeah.
Dad is, yeah, he's taking them for a ride in the tractor, or in the wagon. I don't know if I still have that wagon or not. I have a little wagon, but I'm not really sure it's the same one. I almost lost you there.
There, I remember picking potatoes. Probably not at this point, but much
I
later.
think that's Louise down there helping him plant them.
Yeah.
You see all the...
Oh, yeah. It'll be like right after Easter, yeah. That's
Mm-hmm. You sure you can't make it go any faster? This is Gary and
Steve
and Todd and
Paul. I was right. I got
You
that.
had it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And they've probably never seen that either.
And then that's Louise and Lori probably.
Because Carol
And Carol comes out later.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So are there any adults here? Like all these people's parents? It's just the kids.
I think so. They're just, I didn't take pictures of them, I guess. And I, if I could do little snippets.
Who's that?
I think we named him Toby, but I'm not really sure.
So which one was that?
That's Gary.
Gary.
Okay.
And Lori.
Lori. And that's, with the red head, that's Todd. That poor dog.
Paul and Gary.
Somehow I should. I think I did send some of that. I did a little
This was
snippet
posted.
of it, and I
Some
sent
of this
it
was posted
to Carol,
Yeah.
And who's in the red?
Steve.
the red
Steve, okay.
hat. There's Carol.
Yeah.
There's Mom and Martha, and we're at a different place now.
Martha. Thought that was you, but
Oh,
some bush you're taking a picture of.
yeah.
Up on
Must have been a no, actually, that's on the house in West Union where we lived,
where you live.
where I lived with
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, and
Right.
I've probably lived there longer, well, than most of them, because I always kept back coming home after work, after.
So is this maybe older than the other videos we
So yeah, it was in it wasn't any order because they were little ones, and I didn't.
Is that threshing or something?
And it's in the down in the, we had about 7 acres or something, and so that's our old schoolhouse, which has been torn down now, and this is
In West Union, then? Yeah.
he had something planted on there. I don't know what it was, but unless that's the farm by now, I can't tell. See, couldn't we block that out?
Yeah. Okay.
And now
There
this
we
is
go,
doubling.
Yeah. Well, we see.
We could block that out too.
It's artistic. You're very creative.
You're very complimentary then.
Oh, somebody's juggling.
I think that's Russell. A little hard to tell. That's me in my glasses. I don't know who's taking the picture. I think those are Bishop kids, but I can't tell for sure. And that's Brunel again. Oh, and that's Laverne. They've all passed away. That's Mom in the yellow.
Who do you think these are?
This is it was on 15 Pine Street. And that's Maryland. So it must be a confirmation day or something when we used to all get together when somebody got confirmed.
Geyer, though. Marilyn Geyer?
Mm-hmm.
Not a Cher.
Yeah, I think that's Jenny and Gladys and Rosina. Jenny again.
Is there a truck in there too somehow?
Mm-hmm. These are double
Over.
exposure.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it's artistic.
It's very good. So who's struck with me?
Oh, that's one of the twins, Lawrence's twins, and this is Lester and Russell.
Yes, it is. Lister always looked like Elvis.
And that's Lucia and probably Paul, but I'm not sure. I think that's it's Carol trying to fix the machine or something. And if it's Bishop's, I'm not sure. I thought probably was
At Russ's.
Russell's. This is Arnold Geyer's brother. And that's, I think it's Leslie.
And it's still bright.
Hello, Harold. Hello, Alice. Hello, Alice. That's Ernie. And that's Jenny.
She looks like Helen.
And that's Victor. And that, nobody...
So those were cousins, or...?
That's my uncle. That's Dad's brother. Dad's brother and his...
And there are 13 of them. Wasn't there?
The brothers
No.
and sisters.
How many were there?
She had 7 children. Actually, she had 8 because she had one before she was married, and Grandpa adopted him or gave him his name. I'm not sure he officially adopted him, but I think it's why she left.
Ooh.
It was very blizzardy that day.
This is a snowstorm.
Oh,
And
that
that's
looks
Alice.
like up on the rooftop. No.
It's Martha. No, it's Alice. This is John trying to use the camera.
Turn the light on!
Maybe it's an ultrasound of some. That's Lester, and I'm not sure who that friend is. I don't think it's a relative.
That one's not Lister?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I really don't. And that's my friend Lois. I met at Bible Institute in Minneapolis, and she came and visited several times, and she went to Honduras and was a missionary there, and they're going into the old church, St. Olaf Church in West Union. It's now turned into a home for somebody. It was a wintry day. And that's Lester going with his back. I don't know where they went or who they were, but they're being silly.
Some friends show up because they're interested in your friend, or no? Necessarily. No, I mean your friend
my
that was
Lois.
yeah.
I know. I don't believe that. We did try and get her connected with somebody, but she never did. And I think that is Dad with the snow removal, but I'm not really sure. But it is where we lived up, and it's on Pine Street, and we used to go down to this station and buy pop for a nickel. And sometimes he'd even give it to us.
I mean, if you're quick, get it under your coat, you mean?
He was just, no, he was just very friendly. And this is Brunel, and that's Lois again. And I don't know what happened to the blade on that tractor anymore, but I thought it was shoveling snow.
It's like a tractor out in the field or something, maybe.
I can't tell who it is. We could erase that.
Somebody's walking along behind it. Couple people.
Checking to see if the corn planter was working, or I don't know. I can't tell. That's what that thing does, is mark where the next line is.
So this is probably your dad and
probably
couple
Harold, and
brothers.
that's
So do you think this
Dad.
is maybe your dad?
I think
And
so, probably.
I'm not sure if it's.
Is it your dad?
That's what they had to do to get it started. And this is on Pine Street, across where we lived. They built the elementary school. And I think that's Carol, and I could be her mom putting on skates or something, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
On the cement.
Yeah. It's like she's sliding.
And maybe it's Russell. And that's Paul. Oh, Gary, I get them mixed up because they look alike.
But Gary's the older one. Yeah, that's probably Gary.
That looks like Martha to me. And they were celebrating somebody's birthday, and that's Carol. And these are twins. It's Lawrence and Rosina's twins, Levon and Lavanda. And that's their mother, Rosina, and Mom. And I'm not sure what home it is, if it's in West Union.
Who's that? That's Carol.
Those are twins. Those
are the twins. Okay.
It must be their birthday. And that's Jim Geyer. I'm not really sure. It could be their home. That's Lawrence Geyer. So it could be in their home, and we were invited there. I don't know. And that's Clarence Bishop. And they're playing pool. And I think that's what I sent to Carol. You must have gotten a new freezer. That's Mom, Opal. And that's Lori, I believe. And that's Russell and Jim, cousins.
Jim Geyer.
Jim Geyer and Russell, my brother. They're about the same age, and they've been friends a long time. Jim was a teacher and a wrestling coach.
Oh,
We met, we saw Jim.
He came to the Geyer reunion one time when Steve had it there. I don't know if you were there that time or not.
It's
At the park.
At the park.
That's where it was. That's yeah.
That's
He happened to wander. I mean,
well, Russell invited him.
oh yeah,
Mhm. And Mom loved playing games, and that's croquet, and she would get us out doing all kinds of things. And so that's our place on Pine Street. It was kind of on a hill, but it was flat
So
enough.
who else? I mean, that's your mom, but who else is there?
I think it could be Lucia, and that's Russell,
Who's
and that's Carol, and
okay.
Lucia and Mom over there. And that's our portion. I think that's Russell's Jan, and that's Harold.
Lester's Jan.
Lester's Jan, and that's Harold and Clarence, and I think that's probably Gary. For some reason, he has to carry his jacket. I don't know. Dirt in the background. Maybe we're building a house back there. Well, for Lester and Jan. That's Lester with the jacket. Why they're so dressed up. Probably Sunday.
So is it scary?
Yeah, that's Jan and Lester.
Is this still in town or is this out in the
Still
farm?
in town. It's all in town across from the school.
Of the town. Okay.
It's
As you go to the pool up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, to the
but it's
left.
now beautiful homes there now.
Yeah.
We had an old house they tore down.
That's where you lived for a while?
We moved from the farm.
From the farm
We moved from the farm into town when I was in 3rd grade. And then
But you still own the farm.
yeah, his dad would go out and work on the farm. And I think this is the Mississippi. We went down there every so often.
You were just watching, or
Watching. I don't think we ever really went for a ride during this time, but we'd kind of get close to the edge and walk in the water and stuff. But I don't believe we got to go riding. And I'm not even sure I was taking pictures. I can't. Sometimes they'd take the camera and I didn't. And that's Mom fishing. I mean, and I did take her sometimes fishing. And I had a friend with me, and we just kind of were sunbathing. I think that's my friend, Laverne, and we just were on this little dock while she was fishing, and she came along with us that day. But it's the Mississippi. And it looks
Look
like
at that life jacket.
Russell's there too, and that's upside down, as you can tell. It's okay. I think that's up on Pikes Peak in McGregor, but
I was going to say McGregor or Lansing. It looks like Lansing.
no, I don't think we went to Lansing. I don't believe. We used to go camping up there. I don't know if you ever.
But this is
Why
still
it's upside
all
down.
along the
Who's
Mississippi.
that? You?
No, that's Laverne
Oh.
and Russell.
So how old would Grandma Opal be? 60? No, how long does she live? Is that a big turtle?
Mm-hmm. I wonder why that's upside down.
But you were probably 20 or so here, right?
Yes, I imagine.
Oh, there you are with the scarf on, sitting down.
I think that's Mom. I didn't see.
Sunbathing with her scarf on.
I think his mom had a scarf on, didn't she?
It wasn't.
No, I didn't have to look again.
Got something.
That almost looked like Harold, so it.
Oh, McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
McGregor.
sure.
Mm-hmm. We had a cabin, but there's Laverne again, and I think that's Harold. Because he had been in the army, and so he had this army flat hat.
Those kids will want to see that. Sonia and Lee, if they've never seen that, that's
No, I'm sure I didn't. And now this is not necessary at all. This is a cat that got up in our yard across there with the red house, and that's Dwayne Johnson
It's big. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
climbing up.
There's our car. Look, that's the station wagon I drove in.
And that was Louise in that
Oh, I didn't
long coat. But you had a long coat, so I was thinking maybe it was you too.
There's Doc Ryder.
Yep, that's right. His car, anyway.
There he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I wonder if that isn't you, Emma Jane, with that long coat, because I found this coat and it was so big, but I made it. You didn't mind. You said you wanted it, so we let you. But it went way. Nobody else had one that went way down.
There's the cat. It's holding it by the neck or something.
Well, it didn't really want help. I mean, in a way, but it was crying at one.
whose cat was it?
I'm not even sure if it was ours.
This is in your yard or neighbors?
Yeah.
Or?
That was. We had huge trees around that red house. There were 7 big trees.
It's by the garage where we pull in sometimes. That big,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
big trees right along there.
3 of them right in a triangle thing.
Is that Dad? No. Doc. Chilling. Or somebody.
Checking it out.
Tom. Is that Tom? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
There it goes. I don't think it ever came back. I don't
Straight
believe
up.
it was ours. It's just right side up again now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're bringing it back.
It's Mike, isn't it? Mike Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Mike Schneider. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's Mike Schneider right there.
Yep.
You see his face.
Yeah, well, it's one eye.
Mhm.
But, and that's Louise jumping rope. And that's a Lutheran
that's
church
right over the
down
park,
there.
yeah.
But I don't recognize
Is it
all
Tom?
those kids anymore.
That's a school.
That's across the street, right over there. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, I recognize
that was
porch.
Harold there. Tom with that number. I recognize some of them a little
Tobin,
bit. That was
maybe.
Tobin, yeah. And of course, after a while, that slide wasn't safe anymore, so they had to get it.
That wasn't even the big slide.
No.
It was just like at recess or
Yeah,
summertime.
yeah. It was a, yeah. They were showing off.
You ought to post this to that Valley Facebook page. This snippet.
This is just recess while you're teaching or something, right?
Look at, that's me.
Look
Look at my.
and
oh.
Rachel.
Oh,
She gets up real close.
and there's I recognize those teachers.
Oh, that's the big
Better
thing.
than I do.
There's a big slide. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was an awesome slide.
Oh my goodness. And that wasn't safe anymore either. They had to get
Well,
rid
that's
of
the
that
school, I
too.
presume.
Yeah. The monkey bars were pretty awesome too.
There she
There's
is.
Rachel. Oh, it's so cute of her. Oh my God! Yeah,
She
always
just
the
keeps coming
actress.
and coming.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Everybody wore scarves.
Dolores.
Everett.
I think, or it's there.
Emma
Ta-da!
Jane.
Is that me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Brian. That's
I
Brian.
think so again. There he is again.
That's-
Brian Johnson.
I was just gonna say
Brian
the Johnson.
Johnson. Are you here?
That might be Sue Jacob. That's right.
You almost have to.
That looks like Lolly. That was Lolly.
Well,
I mean, Kelly.
Kelly.
They wouldn't have
Mhm.
gone. Well, and Tom's
Tom,
there on the right side.
And that was Medbury. Frank Medbury. That's the. Now that, I believe, is Lake Mills.
I don't recognize that.
Mhm. And I don't remember
Oh, we switched phones.
any of
Okay.
those kids. I don't.
Like
And I was only there 1 year. And
in Appleton, you mean?
Lake Mills, Iowa. No, out by Mason, past Mason City and Charles City. And Russell delivers brain there sometimes, and he said, "Well, my sister taught here 1 year,"
Oh.
and he tries to get him to remember who it was. And I was only there a year or so.
I didn't remember you had it. Is that your classroom then?
Mm-hmm. I had some in the morning and some in the afternoon, which was the only class I had.
Oh.
That way, mostly it stayed all day. I mean, most of the classes were all day kindergarten, but these
Half day.
half day, 2 classes.
It's enough to wear you out. Kindergartners.
Twice as many.
Jim Garrett says he doesn't like teaching kindergarten kids. He wants them to be human.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he, as a PE teacher, he did everybody.
But now he's subbing. He goes back in and subs. And even Ben McCready taught kindergarten one day, and he said, "How did Mrs. Scheer do that?" And it's different if you don't know them. It's just one day. You
Right.
can't really.
Look, it's still bright.
Yeah. I don't think I have those lights anymore. I finally thought, what am I keeping those for?
Huh.
And this was my friend Judy Miller, and she was very talented, and we hung out together.
Sounds beautiful.
See, those things we
I
wouldn't
can dub in
need
some,
to have.
za-
We
some
wouldn't need to save
Zamfir
those.
pan flute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the teachers anymore. So, and the principal was a goof. Pretty soon he's going to be.
So this is all still at Lake Mills?
This is all Lake Mills, yeah. Now, again, it shouldn't. Nobody wants to see that. So there he is. See, I'm taking a picture of him, and he's. Bender, I can't remember his first name. But those, I don't remember the teachers at all. Like again, you
Yeah.
really get acquainted. I mean, we did, but I don't remember any of them.
Right. There's Mike Snyder on the front porch. Look at those head twilts.
I think that's Tom playing the guitar. I don't know for sure.
Who's the hat guy?
And that's
Russell.
Gerald, I
Oh.
think, and that's Laverne, and I think we're over at Denver because that's Dad's wife, and that's Russell's
Christine.
other friend. That's Dad.
You mean Lester's wife? Other wife. Lester's wife.
But it was Dad's other. Well, the other one was
Christine,
yeah.
and then
But Lester had.
yeah.
I don't think he ever married that woman. He lived with her.
So is this the movie? This is the movie.
This is it.
Time flies.
Maybe.
Oh, what are we gonna do? That's Anne right
Keep
there.
on talking because you knew what the.
I have no idea if we actually had a plate.
And
plot.
this is you.
Me or Louise?
No, it's you.
Oh, deliver this to the
Count
Countess.
Vanderbilt.
Oh yes. Hurry, we gotta go. Deliver this.
Louise is probably taking the picture, so that's why she.
And no, this
you
sign is
can't
supposed
read
to
that.
say, quick, blah blah blah. Take it to the whose head is in the back. Oh yeah, this is over at the school. It's gonna blow up.
So who's this?
That's Anne Kreider, not Kreider. Oh, goody goody.
You're saying.
Let's go down the slide. We're gonna deliver this package. Into the wagon. Faster, faster. Here we go.
So then you're going to go faster on the bikes.
Pull it together. Yeah, that's fast.
Phew. Oh no, here are these people. Let's take the package over there. Penny. Oh, we were distracted by a penny. Oh no, the thief.
And is that Rachel? Would have been Rachel, wouldn't it?
Gonna-
Hanson?
No. Could have been the other cousin.
Oh,
Is that?
A Crider cousin.
that's you running
Yeah.
there with the lawn.
Too bad we can't read the sign. Now we gotta look for the package. What can we
Follow
find?
the footsteps.
Oh! Stop running into me! Pow! Oh, that's what it says. Pow! Bang!
Yeah,
Something.
this is a silent movie. Actually.
Didn't. You gotta find the package, but I ain't. Look! There's a
It used to be right there.
poster right there. Let's read what it says. Pow! Bam! Follow me. Oh! Stop running into me. Footprints. Look! Footprints. Dum, 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 dum. Oh!
Who's up there? Who is that up there?
The package is sliding past us.
Right through their legs.
Uh-huh.
You know who that is for sure?
I'd have.
Get
Quick!
there close. Get up closer.
Quick, let's get it! Before the film runs out, because pretty soon,
Oops.
the end of our film, that's Mike, Tom, don't know.
And Louise. And now who was that?
Done. Did you see a bad man with carrying a package?
It isn't Mary.
Went that way.
Hmm.
Look, look, there's a goat there. Look, I'll pay you. Drop the coin. Thanks for the information.
This is,
Well, they're running away, and
Yeah, you stepped out
Oh.
and didn't.
okay,
So then it goes
then
right to Christmas or winter.
winter. Hmm. Well, see, that's why I just gave them a whole bunch of these little things, and they put them together. They didn't have any time frame or anything, and I had some of them labeled, but not by months or years.
Yeah.
That was Louise. That's somebody's snowmobile. I don't know that it was any of us. That is showing that it flooded across the
yeah.
street and it came back up. And that's Louise on the bike, I believe. And what's telling,
There's the date.
I couldn't tell what it said for the year. And that's Janet coming. She took care of the kids.
Oh, that's the flood you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
So was that recess again? Or
Mm-hmm.
That's my coat.
Yep.
That yellow straw, was that Louise?
For sure.
I don't remember anybody ever falling off of this slide.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
We were just
No, but
careful.
the one at the fairgrounds in West Union was even bigger.
was it always like that? Kids constantly lined up for recess.
Oh, yeah.
to do the
Well,
thing?
I
Well, she's been
probably
doing-
asked him to do it for this
there,
thing.
right there in
That might have been her thing.
in the yellow
Mhm.
crochet
Mom
thing.
made those things. I think I still have a couple of them.
Can't quite tell. They're showing off though.
Mm-hmm. That was my 2 windows in the kindergarten room. There you are.
And my hair.
You think I cut your hair?
Yeah.
Then? For her first grade picture, you were.
Oh,
cutting it,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you
Was
cut-
that first grade?
I
Yeah.
don't know for sure,
No, but I mean,
but
I trimmed it.
But then I tried to get it really straight,
Yeah.
and your picture day was.
Yeah.
That's O'Donnell. I recognize some of them, but oh my goodness, it's been a long time.
Yeah, there's real.
That's special ed. Oh, and this is
Oh, yeah.
Clarence's,
Oberg?
yeah, aunt. And it was
Oh, it was an
Mike's,
aunt?
Mike's
Oh,
kindergarten
yeah.
teacher, Oberg. She was a good teacher.
Is that? Susie Hooman? No. No, she wouldn't have been here. Was she here?
Well, she did, but it was, yes.
She
Yeah,
Oh,
she and Mike were together. So maybe you did see her. I don't know.
Melanie.
Osmondson.
Wow. What's that?
Fun.
No.
This is back in time.
Yeah, it's old. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
So, somewhere I know.
Play dead?
It must
That's,
be.
is that Carol?
No, that's Mert again, and we're camping. So I think that might be up on.
Oh, is it Eric or somebody? That kid?
That's maybe who it was.
That dog? Was he that much older than Louise?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's Lois Hanson.
You kept track of her? Did she pass? Or
But toward the end, I should have had her another one to contact. But she wrote lots of letters, but that's looks like a teacher from Lake Mills, so I think that's our apartment.
pretty swanky.
And I had a TV. I brought the TV. I didn't furnish much else, but I had the TV.
Is this in Lake
And Lois
Mills?
came to visit one time. What did you
Is
say?
this in Lake Mills or just close to there?
Lake Mills?
Is it in? Is that
Yeah,
where the
in-
apartment was?
Yes, it was in town, about a block and a half from the school. I had a Ford car though. And that's where
Back
we're
to camping.
And I think this must be back at Lake Mills, so I don't know about those kids. I mean, the other people walking. I'm not. Could have been teachers and.
Miss Geyer! Miss Geyer!
Go play.
Okay, so this is up on the farm. No.
That's Mindy, I think, and
Up on. Is that our house or Grandma's house?
kind of looks like my rug.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's Louise. Is that me too, probably?
I think
That's Brenda. Brenda.
Martha.
Martha Ann.
It's like Mindy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It makes you think of Mindy.
So that's probably Mindy.
I think so. And,
So that could be Tom.
I'll be down the picture you'll see of Tom.
Oh. Because there's Louise. Yeah, that seems right.
And you're right here. There you are.
there's usually-
And that's
Who's holding the hook?
Martha, and that's
Martha Ann.
that's
Or
back
Martha
up on
Louise.
that's back up on Martha Louise, and it's back up on the farm again.
The back.
where we lived there, and that water was so cold that day, even it was the hottest day. You know, it wasn't warmed up at all, and you can hardly stand it. It's so cold, but was hot. It was hard to tolerate it. And now this again, that wouldn't have to be in there.
Was that Elgin?
Yeah, so that's a Millentaler.
Youth. Oh, Youth. America. Oh, my. What? Who's that, me?
I think so. You must have picked up candy.
Oh, is that? I have
at the parade.
John Fobb. Okay. Wars. What does that one say?
No, there's ours.
First Baptist Church.
Peace or peace.
That looks like.
Brett, I think.
Yeah, that's who I was going to say.
And I'm trying to recognize where I was standing because I'm trying to recognize the houses across.
At the church. You're standing
I
at
think
the
so.
church corner.
Mm-hmm.
Zubrigan would have been more to the right.
That was. They it was probably a 5-year reunion, but they did a good parade for a small town.
What else is there to do? Line up your stuff?
No, they really went to work, and there you are again. That's Harriet.
Sleepy.
Oh, is it?
That's Johnson.
James. Where's all the rest of us? If I keep popping in the...
Well, everybody's sitting along this side for some reason. And this is Harold must have either, if he took my camera or he had his own, I halfway think I lent it to him when he was in Germany. But
I was going to say, it looks like military or something.
yeah, I don't think he got film from another camera. I can't believe I let him use it for a whole year or whatever it is he was there.
Maybe he used somebody else's camera while he's there and just put the film on.
I can't remember. When I can't ask him.
Yeah. What was he? Did we
He was in
see?
the military there.
No, but how did he get sick?
Well, it was leukemia, but I halfway think it was just picked it up from, I don't know, from being in the Army. I don't know. Not necessarily any particular experience or whatever, but it just...
Is this that same stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So when would this have been? The 60s or 50s?
I graduated in 54 and he didn't graduate, so he would have been a year behind me if he'd have gone. So it was probably late 50s. I think I was at Arlington then. And I was there from 58 to 61 or so. I was there 4 years. And he was only there a year, I think, but he was in the Army more than 2, I think.
Was he drafted?
It looks like some sort of Army stuff again.
Mm-hmm. I think that could all be deleted because it's so dark. And no disrespect for Harold, it didn't turn out good, and there's no one there that really we know, or he showed it to us, we watched it, and so one of the things that for his experience, so when he was in the Army, he got to be in the film when they were doing the invasion of is it going into what was that famous battle? Anyway, and they took a picture of it, a video of it. They were showing.
Reenacted it, or it was actually going.
It was the reenaction
okay.
of it. No, made it look real. I can't think of the name of the film anymore.
So would he have been in during Korea, probably then?
I think it was.
Or not even necessarily any.
I don't know that there was any thing going on right then, as I remember.
But if he's in Germany, this would have been post. I mean, it would have been after. All the World War II stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At a base, or was he there for training? Or
it was a base there for about a year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's Lester.
Well, then that's the Geyer farm, not the Scher farm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it corn? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that jerry rig always got the bum deal, but sometimes you could call it a Geyer rigged too, couldn't you?
Yes.
Jerry rigged.
Mm-hmm. They invented and did all kinds of odd things.
Made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's Grandpa Geyer.
Mm-hmm.
Recognize him. Biggin.
That's big. Yeah. So big.
What is his name?
Jesse.
Jesse.
J.E. Jesse Elroy, they called him J.E.
Really? J.E.?
You didn't know that, huh?
Uh-uh.
Jesse Elroy, and they called him J.E. Well, I mean, that was
A nickname, or
his initials and his nickname a little bit.
Jesse Elroy. Elroy? Darn cat.
Yeah, and they
That looks like Grandma
compromised.
Opal. The way
That
she's
was Grandma
walking.
Opal. Mm-hmm.
She had a cooler or something. Water.
Taking water to somebody. And this is back on Pine Street, and that's Carol coming after school. Mom took care of her
Look
son.
at her hair.
Yeah,
That's Gary, probably.
Probably. Whether they, and then this is up on the farm where they lived. I believe it's on the Elgin Road, but
Was that Aunt Helen? Looked like it.
no, that was the minister's wife,
Oh, okay.
Thompson.
Who's that?
And that's Lucia and Gary, I suppose. And that looks like
This
Jesse.
is the Bishop farm.
And they rented this farm. It's
Oh,
the
they
one.
rented it before it.
Mhm.
Oh, there's Clarence.
Mhm.
Look how big he looks. Like just
Tall,
full,
very tall.
full, you know.
He's mad about something.
I get my roundness naturally from.
Mom was really slim when she was young. And that's Lucia with her arms folded, and that's me taking somebody's baby. I don't know who's taking the picture. Clarence and Carol getting the dog.
Is that like Paul? No. That looks like Lester. It's got to be Lester.
That was Lester. The little kid, though, was probably
Yeah.
Paul. That house is still there. It's on the way to West Union.
Oh, this
on
is
the
still
Claremont,
the same farm?
the West Union Elgin Road. And that's Russell
Is he?
in
Got
his
a
band uniform.
bugle or
Oh,
something?
band. I don't say a military uniform. Well, he's too
Well,
young.
it's a band.
But yeah, okay.
So it must have been junior high or high school or something. Or
In junior high, probably. That's Lester.
it looks like Steve. Oh. What's
Doesn't have a mirror, so he's looking out the doors or something.
Who's driving it? Who was
I
it?
think it was Lester, but I don't know for sure.
Not doing anything. He was taking pictures of the machinery or something. Did you help with any of the farming stuff, or was
No,
that mostly the
no.
boys? There was enough boys that.
The boys, and I was in third grade when we left the farm, so I wasn't really old enough to really help, but I do remember holding onto the horses with the hay mow, and they had to go straight up and pull the fork up, and so then you had to go back. And so
Carol? No.
I'm not really sure. It didn't look like any.
Uh-oh.
And that's out on the farm now,
right.
and the cows were
Right.
had to go down the.
To the barn and to the...
Usually they just went across the street, across the road there, so it was kind of a dead end. But I don't know why they were up that far.
Is that the house that's down at the end of the road now?
Yeah.
Is that same house? Okay.
Mm-hmm. They did change it though, and kind of switch it around because the front of it was bedrooms, and then so they switched it around and had the front be the kitchen.
So did anybody live there then when the cows and stuff were there, or was it vacant?
We were living on the farm then. I
Oh.
think that was us living on the farm, getting the cows in. I don't know who took. Mom's probably took those pictures. I don't know.
So old Jeep.
I don't know for sure if I was taking pictures then or not. It must have been, we wouldn't be living there if I was taking pictures then. So that can't be right.
Yeah.
That can't be right. No.
It's probably you taking pictures.
It is, but we weren't living there then, I suppose.
Right.
But you still had farm.
Lucia and Clarence lived there for a while, and even
So who's that? That's
Dad, and
Oh,
even Lester and Jan lived there for a little while.
What's he doing?
It's something he's going to throw away. I don't know what it was.
The corn husk or something.
Maybe. And that's the back door.
And then was that Lester then?
I think it might have been Harold.
Is it out on the farm or is this in town?
Out on the farm.
Oh, it's on the farm. Yeah.
Smoking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's going to build something or build back up something or what, I don't know.
That fence looks like it's new. Like it's...
Mm-hmm. You probably sawed the lumber.
Oh, yeah. Is it a collie?
Mm-hmm. I think it was a dog that we moved to town, and we never let it come in the house, and we weren't going to bring it to town, but Dad went out after we moved, and the dog jumped up on it and hugged him, and he couldn't leave it. So we brought it to town. That's Lucia, and I assume it's Paul.
Or yeah.
I
Something he didn't like. Oh, look at him go.
That's definitely Paul. He's on the horse.
He's chubby too.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He's got his bibs on. And
So where's that? Out in the cut where they live, or not?
It could be that house that between Western and then Elgin.
two people on horses. Probably some gyres, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Some more gyres than
Oh yeah, not Shears. Oh, look at the Geyer ears.
It
Can't tell who it
it
is.
kind of does look like Lawrence Geyer, one of my uncles, Dad's brothers.
guess this is pretty old. I mean, it looks like older film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is in color, and that's the Geyers, Lawrence and Rosena's family, and it's on the way as you turn to go to June and Lester's. That's the farm.
That's what I was saying. Closer to Claremont is what I was thinking. It was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's off the River Road, and I go by it every year.
Yeah.
Go to June's. That's like Carol though, and one of the twins. And I don't know. The bishops had horses too, but I'm trying to think if that does look like their. I think it's the same place.
It's too young, or it's
Yes, I think so. I think that's where they used to live.
Well,
but
that's
we must
Carol,
have all
maybe.
been there. But we must have all.
There's
well, I don't know.
Clarence.
Because there's the. I think it's the farm where Lawrence and Rosina lived for a while, and we got together every so often, and so that was a quick one. Oh, kids.
Straight from the summer to winter.
That's across the street from where we lived in West Union on Pine Street, and
okay. That school's still there. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
where they built that big storm shelter thing.
Yep, they've added that. Mm-hmm.
Are you recording this? Okay. Just checking. I thought so.
Mom's letting the cat out.
315 Pine Street.
And now I'm living at 615.
Oh.
That big.
Oh. It's gold. It's pretty snowy.
It's snowing. Yeah, it's snowing.
Wow, it's still coming down.
You get your camera wet.
So 50 something.
I suppose,
Yeah.
That could have been Clarence's pickup. I don't know. I don't know that Dad had one.
Oh,
And they glue.
around the mailbox.
Let's pretend we're working.
It's another time Mom's got us busy. I think that looks like the cabin down at Harper's Ferry. But they wouldn't have that clothesline. I don't know. And that's the house in West Union.
Are they diapers on the line?
No,
Or
I think
shirts?
it's dish towels.
T-shirt.
And that's Lois again, my friend Lois.
And you.
me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Meg, my
Oh,
neighbor
yeah.
friend, my classmate, George.